How's it going, Talk Forest TV? My name is Jack and welcome to my review of Nottingham Forest versus QPR that's just finished at the City Ground. So yeah, you've got to be delighted with that one. Yeah, what a second half performance. I think, to be fair, first half weren't bad. I think we're probably the better side. We just couldn't seem to put our chances in the back of the net. There's a couple of chances with Yates getting into good positions. There was one where I think it was a ball in and Johnson just sort of missed it as he was sliding to try and get there, or stretching to try and get there. Johnson had a good few... Davis had a good few times when he got in a good position, just couldn't quite fire it on target, which is a bit frustrating to see, really. Or frustrating to watch, because we just had so many chances, we just couldn't put it in the back of the net, and then Andre Gray scores for them. I wasn't against the run of play or anything, because I think they had a few chances too, but we probably deserved, if any of the two teams, to go in front at the break. But it was QPR who did. You know, it was a good finish on an angle by Andre Gray. I think before that they had a chance. Can't remember who it fell to, but there's one way it sort of fell to him at the back post. He didn't really have much time to think about it. Just tried to turn it goalwards, and Horvath did really well. It's probably a bit more instinctive than actually well thought out goalkeeping, which, you know, sometimes really look at our Black last night. Alanga hit one, it smashed him straight in the head. Just get what you can to it. He went in with his 2 feet and made the save there, Horvath. So yeah, I think first half you look at it and you're probably disappointed if you're Nottingham Forest going into that one thinking, yeah, how are we not in front, or how are we not at least on level terms with the amount of chances we've had? But, you know, you come out the second half like we did and we were brilliant. Absolutely superb. One of the best performances I think I've seen Forest putting in a while. So fun to watch. Just attacking with every single opportunity we could take. You know, Spence was absolutely outstanding. And that goal, my goodness me, what a strike. Like, my sister was watching it a little bit with me when she came into, I don't know, speak to me, whatever, say hello, and then we scored that, and I just went absolutely mental. You thought I'd lost the plot. I couldn't believe it. Like, what a strike! You see that angle that they have on Sky Sports from behind. It's so well hit. Like, there's no way David Marshall's going to get there at all. No keeper's going to get there at all. Absolute strike. Like, what a fantastic finish from Spence. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. He was exceptional today. He was at his best. There was a chance just after he scored, actually, where he took it from his own box at a Cruyff turn and just bombed it down the right-hand side. Just took on whoever was there. Brilliant for him today. Absolutely fantastic. I think you look at that performance, I mean, you just... It's so... it's so annoying that we don't own him, and the way that he's there doing the love heart in the air and stuff. You can see that these low knees love the club. You saw Davis against Reading pointing to the badge. You see what Lowe said in the press. You just see the way that Garner's playing for the badge. Then you see Spence doing stuff like that. He scored against Leicester, pumping the badge. You see him scoring tonight, and he's, you know, lifting up the hearth in the air and stuff. It's so annoying, because if we don't go up, we're probably not going to get him. And even if we do go up, Bayern Munich want him, Tottenham want him, Arsenal want him. He looks like he's happy at the club and he wants to stay, which is huge. Will he stay? Don't know, mate. I'd love to say yes, but I don't know. Yeah, man of the match for me today, Jed Spence. Absolutely exceptional. What a performance and what a player. I think even in the first half, I mean, we weren't as good as we might have been in the second half, as good as we've been in some first halves maybe. He was still exceptional. He was still running the show down that right hand side. He's just so good, Jed Spence. I love the bloke. What a player. Yeah, I think you got to look at some of the other performances out there. You look at Johnson, wasn't his best performance, but got a goal. And they dropped my drink then. They spilt my drink all over the desk. That wouldn't have been good. Johnson didn't have the best game, but got his goal. Davis, I think, was really good up against was it Jimmy Dunn before he got taken off. Caused him so many problems. Was so physical, such a battering ram of a player. He can back into a defender and make other players have that space to get on the ball and stuff. It was so good to see, so good to see. Ryan Yates, had a good game, got himself forward a good couple of times, scored obviously his goal. I don't know if it was his goal or an own goal, but scored or had a massive involvement in the second goal if it wasn't his. Lovely ball in from Garner, and he just sort of gets in forward, gets his foot on it and directs it goalwards. And I don't know if the deflection counts as an own goal or not. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, if not, it's 4 in 4 for him. He's got double the league goals of Lionel Messi. Imagine that. Double the league goals of Lionel Messi this season. That's mental. That is mental, that is. But yeah, brilliant. So good to see. I think it also, you've got to give a little bit of a mention to Figueiredo and Colback. Big shoes to fill in the way of Max Lowe and the way of Steve Cook. And you can't say they were bad. They were. You couldn't really make much of a drop down, I suppose. Maybe a little bit with Figueiredo in terms of, I don't think he was as composed, as commanding as Cook, but he wasn't that bad really. And then Colback, obviously he's not as comfortable going forward to the ball at left wing back, which is fair enough. Not natural in that position. But he was solid. He was really solid, and it's so vital to have a squad like we have, because you look at sort of players come out. Horvath has come in for Samba, who was suspended, and he's been brilliant and deserving of his spot. He's been playing week in, week out at the minute. Colback's come in, playing a different position to what he's used to, doing the trick. Figueiredo came in, he wasn't that bad, he held his own. You look at Cafu, I love Cafu, man. What a person, I think me, like everybody else, every other Forest fan was desperate for him to score that one where he was put through, was saved, and obviously he laid it off for Johnson. I think we're all willing him on to score, because you just see the way he celebrates. He hardly plays for us, but the way he celebrates and the way that he's the first one off the bench when we score. He's the first one to hook the players when they score. You saw the smile on his face when Johnson scored. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. And now he doesn't play week in, week out. He embodies what you want as a manager from a player who doesn't play week in, week out. Just the encouragement he shows to those around him, the real heart he has for the team, and the way that he celebrates it's so good to see, and you really love to see it for a player like that who doesn't play week in, week out. It can be frustrating. You could go on the strop, have the cob on, but not with him. He loves it. He gives everything he can for the time he's on the pitch, and just shows why he loves the club so much with the way he celebrates and stuff. It's so good to see. Yeah, really chuffed for him to get an assist. I really wanted him to score, but yeah, it would have been brilliant. But what a guy, and I love to see that. I love to see the togetherness of the team. You see the way that the lone players are playing as if they're sort of acting as if they've been at the club all their lives. The way they're celebrating, the way that they're either touching the badge or throwing up the heart signal to show that they love the club. It's so great to see. And you've got people like Yates, you've got people like Johnson, people like Worrell, who have come from the academy. They know what it's about. They love the club from a young age. They're just putting their heart and soul into the club. It really feels different this time. It really feels different. Under Sabri, we were good, but I still had some reservations. I was like, when Sal's out, we're not as good. We're getting caught out in this situation. When this kind of type of game is played, we tend to lose it or whatever. Under Cooper, he's just installed such a mentality that we don't lose games. Such a mentality that adversity comes and we deal with it. We switch things up a little bit and we're good to go again. Every single player is chomping at the bit. Every single player is really in with the cause, and it's just amazing to see. I love it. I really love it, and it just feels different. I really am confident that we're going to get the playoffs. It's kind of hit me a little bit, because I am kind of, when you think about Forest, it's easy to be like, look at how it happened before, and Sabri, don't get your hopes up, but it just feels different. It just feels like everyone is in, and everyone is going to put in 1,000,000% to make sure this happens. Yeah, man, I really, really think that we're going to get playoffs this year. Oh, Come on, Forest. Please, Forest. Yeah, really, really chuffed with that performance. Absolutely fantastic. From 1-0 down to go out and win 3-1. Brilliant stuff. On to Liverpool now. Someone tweeted it and they put it perfectly. You know, tonight was really important. We got that win now. Sunday's just for fun. Are we actually going to beat Liverpool? Probably not. Does it really matter? Not really. It's just a bit of a good opportunity to really give it a go, and hopefully we can. But we got the most important out of the two. We got the win in that one, so free swing at the bat for Liverpool, I guess you could say. But yeah, absolutely delighted with that one, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for this club, because it looks very, very bright. It looks very, very bright. But yeah, smash the like button if you have enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already to Talk Forest TV, and come on, you Reds.